Getting that right. Let's get IG going. Go live on IG. We good over there. We good over there. Let's get that music going. Shout out to my man, Scrap. Let's go. I'll let y'all get situated. We about to get this thing started in just a second. Let's let everybody get situated. Grab a seat, grab a drink. Y'all know what it is.
My dear sweet brother Noopsy. My dear sweet brother Noopsy.
Mike and my levels right. Y'all have a seat, make yourself at home. All that. We just gonna jump straight in. Wagwan, this is the Sports Time Zone. Yours truly, Brother Noomsy, aka Playoff Noomsy, backed up by my mans. Holla.
Easy day. What's going on?
Y'all know what time it is. Before we even get this thing started, we still pushing that train. TZ, tell them what they gotta do and where they gotta find us on IG.
Man, hit that like, share, subscribe button for us down there at the bottom. Then follow us on Instagram at sportstime_zone. Yes, sir.
That's
we getting
right.
cracking, man. As Newsy said, we getting that train moving. We keep chugging.
We
Just
gonna
keep
keep this
doing that
thing.
shit, man. We appreciate all the support, man. Y'all been showing us all the love, man. Y'all the greatest, man. Let's do it.
We getting closer and closer. We getting
man.
closer and closer to 5,000 TZ. We getting there. We getting there. Showing love. Sports Time _zone. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to our producer, Q the Beat. Q the Beat gonna be joining us here in a little bit. So we gonna, you know what I'm saying, y'all hold it down for Q the Beat. Also, salute to KE Creations. She back in business, y'all. KE Creations is back in business. She took a little vacation, but it's good to see that she back. So get y'all orders in. Y'all want some shirts? Y'all want some gear? I think you need to put an order in too, TZ. We ain't seen. I think it's time for you to get like a new Bucks shirt, or I don't even know if you want to even get the Warriors or Kansas City Chiefs or something. You know, all y'all sports fans, y'all tap in. Shout out to Yanni Ma, 7-Figure Society Marketing Agency. She the CEO. She gonna be on the show tomorrow doing our Thursday night Out of Bounds. Y'all tap in with her. She got some real good stuff. If y'all looking for marketing, she can do it. Top to bottom detailers up there in Cleveland, Ohio. You need to get your whip right. Get your whip taken care of for the summer. Holla at Top to Bottom. They'll get you right. Also, SammyTreats.com. You need to get some sweet, specially made, customized desserts. They do that for you. And Billionaire Society LLC. They got to get your credit right and fix your credit. Yo, we in full playoff mode right now at TZ. This is the conference finals. The Knicks and the Pacers. The Knicks and the Pacers, they went at it last night. They've been having a dope series. Man, the Knicks showed some promise like they was going to make a series out of it, but they just went down 3-1 in a game last night. So we're going to start off with that. First of all, did you see the game, TZ? I know you watched it. You picked the Knicks in 7.
I seen it.
Yeah, hey, y'all, TZ picked the Knicks in 7, and he's still standing by it. TZ, you really still feel like the Knicks can pull off three wins in a row and win this series?
Yes, sir.
You stand by your ready. That one thing about TZ, boy, once he make a pick, boy, he ain't gonna budge off that pick. He don't care. Them niggas could be down 3-0.
Yeah, and I'm still going order. This not even my team, but I just know, I just feel it in the back of my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
3-1 walk down could happen, man.
Anything is possible. Shout out to my man Kev. Shout out to cousin Noomsy. Shout out to Beware. Shout out to all y'all New York Knicks fans, because y'all ain't answering y'all phone right now. Why y'all not answering? Y'all was answering after game 3. They was answering. They ain't answering now, but it's all good. It's still time to turn this around. It ain't over until the fat lady thing. So let's look at the numbers though from last night, TZ. I got the stats pulled up here. Normally Q the Beat handles this stuff, but Q the Beat, he'll be joining us in a little bit so he can take over on this. But yo, I'm just gonna go down the line here, and let's start with the New York Knicks, man. 17 points from Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby with 22. 24 for Karl Anthony Towns, and Jalen with 31 points. Jalen Brunson, by the way, y'all, Jalen Brunson got to the free throw lines 12 times. In this series, I think he shot like 50-something free throws in the whole series. So Jalen Brunson is that one light. He's that bright spot for the Knicks because he's getting to the free throw line. But the rest of the team, dog, like they be looking gassed. And I said this before, and we said it last year too. We said the way that Coach Thibodeau coaches his team and the way he plays his starters so many minutes, that against a team like Indiana, it's going to be hard to pull that off, and it's hard to sustain that for 7 whole games like that. So I don't know, TZ, based on what you've seen so far, what do you think is the reason that the Knicks got down in this 3-1 hole? What caused this to happen with the Knicks having such a talented starting lineup? Why are they down 3-1? What happened?
Well, first, I think the first game was completely atrocious, completely. Like, you can't have that in a playoff game. Game 1 for that to lose the lead like that in the final minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of shifts the whole momentum of the other team. And since that first game, Pacers been having the momentum, but I feel like Knicks gonna cut it up. They're gonna cut that out, and they're gonna get back in this series.
So it's a moment. You see it as a momentum thing, man. I looked at Karl Anthony Towns a couple of times, and this is the second quarter. In the second quarter, he looked tired, dog. Like He was hunched over. He was gasping for air. He's banged up. Clearly, it's something ain't right with Cat. I think he was holding his knee. Was it his knee? He was holding something. Like when he went down.
I haven't seen that.
He was holding his knee. I saw Josh Hart holding like his side or his leg too. OG Anunoby was holding his knee. Jalen Brunson holding his ankle. I don't think none of these boys is right. To be honest, I think that at least 4 of their 5 starters, I think, is really hurt. But Tibbs, you know, when you play for Coach Tibbs, they're gonna have to roll you out on a stretcher for you to come out. He don't care what's wrong with you. If you can walk, then he feel like you can play. You can.
That's that old school, you know what I'm saying, mentality. Like these coaches, they don't be thinking of like the long term of the decision.
They don't. And I'm a fan and I'm an advocate of the old school, but man, some things you just gotta, if it ain't working, you gotta switch it up. Because Tibbs been this same kind of coach his whole career. This is just the way he coached.
Yeah.
A la Derrick Rose. When Derrick Rose was an MVP, Tibbs ran that man into the ground to where his knees just gave out and he started hitting a decline early in his career. And now he's doing it with these starters. Now, to Tibbs' credit, though, I did see something in the box score that I didn't see before on no Thibodeau coach team. His bench, he actually played his bench a little bit last night. McBride got 15 minutes. DeLon Wright got 9 minutes and gave you 3 points. And then Landry Shamet, he got 11 minutes. I mean, they didn't really produce, but a big piece of strategy that Tibbs did was he moved Josh Hart to the bench. He moved Josh Hart to the bench, and he moved Mitchell Robinson into the starting lineup.
He changed it for game 3.
He did that in game 3 also?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why they ran it back last night.
How do you feel about that? Like, do you think that's a successful strategy? Do you see that as being something success? You think that's a good move by Tibbs at this late in the playoffs to make a change like that?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of gives them more length in the front court, more tall, players. I feel like it kind of, because the Pacers like to low-key go small, and I feel like Tibbs is like countering that by going big with Robertson and Towns. So like that gives them more chance at defensive rebounds and offensive rebounds, second chance points. So I feel like he's making them, try to go small because he's going big to try to run them out of the big. But I feel like it's decent right now. You get more energy coming up with Hart coming off the bench and McBride and all of them. So it's a spark. And Josh Hart is still playing starting minutes really. So he still has an impact. I feel like game 3 he came in, was ready. A lot of hustle plays, energy plays, a lot of rebounds, giving them second chance points.
Yeah. Now Josh Hart,
hitting some
guard, he's probably one of the best rebounding guards. Yeah.
Yeah. He came in and was a spark for him. So we'll see. I feel like Tibbs gonna play this lineup the rest of the series, or at least for the next game or so. So we'll see how that plays out. But at least he's doing something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at this point, he gotta ride with it. I mean, it might be too little too late, but he do gotta roll with it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was it.
You saying at least he did change something? Is that what you said? At least
you know what I'm saying?
At least he tried to adjust.
Give a team a different look, you know what I'm saying? Some that they didn't put in the scouting report, some that they don't see coming, you know what I'm saying? Try to change some momentum.
It's becoming really predictable. Yeah, he's becoming really predictable too as a coach. Like you just know what to expect. He pulls his starters out pretty much at the same time every game. He try to stagger their minutes, but it's still you still overloading your best players with too many minutes. They're just a top-heavy team. When you look at the Knicks, when you look at their roster, all of their talent is in their starting 5. When you look down, there's nothing. So that's why he moved Josh Hart. I understand why he moved Josh to the bench, so he can give the bench a little bit of a spark. But that might have been something he should have did earlier in the season, because Josh got all these miles on him. Brunson got all these miles on him, which we're going to get to that minute log in a minute. But with all of these guys, you know, you overloading them with too many minutes. So at this point, they're tired by the time the fourth quarter comes. And then on the flip side of that, Indiana plays fast. Indiana is one of the fastest teams I ever seen. Like these cats, after a made basket by the Knicks, the Pacers are running like they off to the races. That's just on the Knicks, and it's impossible for the Knicks to be able to. But go ahead. How is that on the Knicks? Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like that's on the Knicks for them to just get back. Like the Pacers can't score in the half court. So if you see all they points be transition or fast, you know what I'm saying? Take the ball out fast, let's run, you know what I'm saying? Get on the open court. If the Knicks get back and stop that, right? When they get back, they stop their defense, right? Make their defense set up. Indiana can't score in the half court. It makes it tougher to hit shots. It makes it tougher to create for others because they're not used to playing like that. They flow off open and freeness, like running the floor, like I said. So I feel like the Knicks can stop that, and they did in Game 3. I feel like Game 4 they kind of stopped and didn't get back to it as much, or ain't get back fast enough. But that's credit to the Pacers though, and the slow lineup that the Knicks had in at that given moment.
Like you said, it's credit to the Pacers because if they know that their team that their opponents are a little bit fatigued and they compromise, then run it down, run it down their throat, continuously run. They can't keep up. Like a made basket by Jalen Brunson on one end, and then on the other end, they throw an outlet pass so quickly up the court. And I mean, they're making layups before the New York Knicks can even make it back across the half court. Like you said,
they scoring. It went shot clock went from 24 to 21. I was like,
yeah.
They scored in 3 seconds off made, like you said, off made baskets and inbound on the ball, and ain't nobody getting back. And as soon as you look up, turn your head, somebody at the rim.
As soon as you do. And like you said, the Pacers have a hard time scoring in half court. They're not a half court team. So if you know that and you're the Knicks, my thing is Tibbs got to hold a lot of these L's. Because if you know good and well that your opponents can't score in half court and you know that their strength is to go fast, why don't you just slow the game down? Like, if anything, have Brunson walk the ball up the court.
Oh, well, the Knicks already play like that anyways. I feel like they got to speed it up, just like get into their sets faster, which kind of can derail. That can kind of like stop the momentum of the Pacers because now they got a guard and now they're starting to get tired. And you know what I'm saying? As for subs, they need water and all that because of the pace. You gotta bring the pace right back. That's how you slow the Pacers down. They play fast, you come back and play slow, and then play fast because they're already going fast. By the time you play fast, they're gonna be too tired.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean,
like let me in the locker room with Tibbs, man. If you put me in the locker room with Tibbs, no boys coming back from 3-1, man.
Hey,
like, I see this. Like I just see it in the back of my head. I see the whole vision. I see it.
But you know what, though? In a minute, there might be a coaching opening in New York. If Tibbs mess around and lose this game, I mean, that's going to be the next thing. That's going to be the next thing that we talk about in a minute is Tibbs on the hot seat. But real quick, I want to give some love to the Indiana Pacers, though, because a lot of people did not see them making it back this far like they did last year. They made it deep in the playoffs last year. A lot of people didn't see them doing it and getting back here again this year. But what a performance last night. Pascal Siakam, and I know I was in the chat, I said Siakam can't shoot no mid-range shots. He need to stop it. And you started laughing. But Siakam told me, like, watch this, Noomsy. Siakam hit 30 points, 11 for 21 field goals, 3 for 4 from downtown, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, and then he gave you a block and a steal to go with it. And then he told Noomsy to hold that.
Yeah.
Siakam told me to hold that. So shout out to Pascal. But the story of the night, TZ Dave, 32 points, 15 assists, 12 rebounds. Whose stat line is that? Whose stats did I just read? Let's see if you know who that triple double belonged to.
Yeah, that's Halliburton.
Yes, sir. Tyrese Halliburton. He put y'all on notice. Now, Tyrese Halliburton been carrying this overrated stigma. Like people around the league and fans been calling him overrated. Even I think I might have called him overrated last year in the playoffs. But this year, Halliburton is doing work. He took care of, was it the Cleveland Cavaliers? He put Donovan Mitchell out of his misery. And then he turns around and look what he's doing to the New York Knicks. Now, Tyrese Halliburton, with that performance, if he defeats the New York Knicks and moves to the next round, is Tyrese Halliburton now a top 5 point guard in the NBA? Because now, TZ, neither of us, not me, not you, not Q, none of us had Tyrese is a top 5 point guard in the NBA. Now, based on what he's doing now, if he takes care of the Knicks and gets them up out of there, is he now a top 5 point guard in your mind in the NBA?
No.
Give me your top 5 then, TZ.
I don't think
right
so.
On the spot. Here on the spot.
I feel like he would have to win it for him to be top 5.
He got to win the whole thing, not just this series. He got to win the whole. He got to win the finals.
The whole thing. Yes.
To get into your top 5. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
My goodness. Okay. So here's my top 5 then. And I'm saying if he wins this series, he's in my top 5. So I'm going to go Steph Curry. No particular order. This is no order. But I'm going to go Steph Curry. I'm going to go Luka. I'm going to go Kyrie. I'm going to go Dame when 100% healthy. This is if they're all healthy. I'm going to go Dame. Ooh. Tyrese Halliburton. Now, you can argue that Dame shouldn't even be on that list. You could argue that Ja Morant should be where Dame is. You could argue that Darius Garland should be in that position. But what I'm saying is the way Tyrese is cooking these cats right now, like he cooking cats like a Haitian. And those in Miami, y'all know about that, yo. Wagwan sip of champagne in the building. Salute to you. Welcome back. Welcome back, Queen. I appreciate the love for you being here.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
So yeah, TZ, I done gave you my 5. So who is your 5? Off the head, just off the dome. The same way I just did it off the dome. Don't go pulling up no numbers. Don't go reaching for your phone and pulling up no stats. Just come off the top of the tippy and tell me who's your top 5.
Steph Curry.
Okay.
Luka.
Okay.
Kyrie.
Okay. We agree there.
Shea.
Okay, you do have Shea as a point guard. I had Shea as a 2, but okay, I'll let you make it with that. That's 4. Who's your number 5?
Point. Shea, Luka, Steph, Kyrie.
One more. Now you still got. There's still Brunson. There's still Garland. There's
I'm gonna give it to Brunson. Yeah.
There's still Ja Morant.
I'm gonna give it to Jalen Brunson.
So you're gonna go Brunson. Wow.
Brunson
okay.
at my 5th.
I can't be mad at that.
Brunson, Steph, Kyrie, SGA, and Luka.
Brunson, Steph, Kyrie, SGA, Luka Doncic. Okay. I ain't mad at that. See, I'm thinking, I don't know, but is SGA really a point guard though?
Yes.
How? How is he a point guard when he's their leading scorer? I thought he's a 2.
Steph do that. Steph be the leading scorer. He a point guard.
So who's their 2 then? If he's the point, who is the 2?
Jalen Williams.
Because I'm thinking like I'm looking at. I mean, I guess.
Well, Jalen Williams kind of more
I guess you could say that because, right? That's what I'm saying. So if he's a 3, and Shea handles the ball a lot, so I can see why you would say that he is a point guard because he handles the ball so much.
Oh,
but
Lou Dort. I forgot it's Lou Dort.
I don't know.
They start a little bit. Shea, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams. Chet,
that makes more sense. Because it's almost like OKC, they start 2 shooting guards. Lucas Dort. So, yeah. Well, again, those of y'all watching the show,
yeah, Shea,
if y'all know, drop in the comments who y'all top 5 point guards is so we can settle this right here once and for all. Y'all let us know who y'all feeling on that. Now, moving along to the other side of things, we got OKC versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Right now, OKC is up 3-1. Is it 3-1 right now? I think it is 3-1.
Correct.
Same as it is on the Eastern Conference. Who did you have in this series winning it?
I had Minnesota.
I had Minnesota also. And I think I had Minnesota in 7. And that's what it looked like it's going to take for these boys to come back and pull it off. I don't get it, though, TZ. What happened? What went wrong with Minnesota? I'll tell you what I think happened. And then you can, elaborate or tell me if you feel like it's the same. But it just looks like outside of Anthony Edwards, the Minnesota's role players are not nearly as good as OKC's role players. Anthony Edwards is the superstar. He's their go-to guy. He's their money man. Shea is the money man for OKC, but Shea also has Dort, Williams. There's Chet. He's got a lot more. It just looks like his supporting cast is a lot better than Anthony Edwards' supporting cast. Julius Randle, I expected more from him. I expected more from Julius Randle. I thought he was going to be that help that Anthony Edwards needs, but it looked like Julius not going to make it. So I don't know. My thing is, it looks like OKC has better role players, and that's the difference to me. What is the difference in this series been to you so far with what you've seen?
I think it's just has to do with more collective effort. I guess the role playing plays a factor, but some of those role players don't play the same as they do on the road than at home. So that plays a difference by its own, by itself. But I just think Ant needs more help. Julius Randle, like you said, is not the guy we are expecting in this series. He went from a good game 1 to inconsistent the last 3 games. That's not going to do it, especially when Ant is struggling or he's not having a good game or he's not aggressive. He needs that second player like a Julius Randle to get him going. Hey, I'm going to give you the ball now because they checking me hard. So let's see what you got to try to draw the attention on me. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you the ball to be great, to be you. Get us 25, get us 30. We're going to rally around you. And then when Julius Randle gets going, then you got the role players like DiVincenzo and Nas Reed and Alexander Walker. You see what happened in game 4.
Yeah.
Everybody off the bench came in and played a huge role. Them two, Alexander Walker and DiVincenzo, came in 20 apiece in that game 4.
Yeah.
What did Julius Randle do? He did not show up.
He wasn't a factor.
Right. Wasn't a factor. So you combine that, if Julius Randle would have had about 20 to 25, maybe they could have won because Ant still had a bad game. So that was probably about 20, 25 points taken away off him. But if Randle showed up and Randle played a factor and had a say in this game, this series could be way different. It could be about
It would be.
2-2
It should
right
be.
now. You know what I'm
It
saying?
should be.
Like Randle is the X factor to change this series around. Now, if he starts playing like he was against the Warriors and the Lakers,
Mm-hmm.
then this could go 7. This could go the distance and make it a final game. But Ant needs that help. You see how much pressure they putting on him because he's the only consistent player right now and is not getting the help that he needs.
Yeah.
I mean, coming up in this game 5. Tonight for this game 5, very pivotal. Julius Randle needs to impact winning and be that player like he was in game 1 and show consistency with Ant. Because I know Ant gonna show up tonight after that game in game 4.
Oh, yeah.
He gonna show up tonight. So now you bring that Julius Randle with him, and they have a chance.
Early. And
with the role players being a factor, playing with energy, playing aggressive, and trying to make a play. That's gonna open the whole team up because Minnesota rallies around Anthony Edwards. When they see their main player going and doing everything, they rally around him. And that just turns up the whole team's intensity. And they play so much better and so much free. And that's why they be winning, once you see.
Yeah, and early too. To your point, I think not only does Julius Randle need to impact the game, I think he needs to impact it early.
Yes.
I like to see him get some early touches. Matter of fact, I like to see them run some plays through him. I like to see him be the point forward. I like to see him bring the ball up the court. I like to see him initiate the offense and then call some of his own plays. I need to see Julius Randle hitting. I mean, not necessarily shooting threes. You ain't even got to shoot the 3. He's strong enough to back somebody down or get to the rim, finish at the basket, draw some early fouls. You know, just be active. Do something. Just show that you're there and give Anthony Edwards an outlet to kick the ball out to when they start trapping him. So, yes, I agree with you, TZ. Julius Randle is going to have to do a lot better than what he's been doing before for Minnesota to even have a chance at making this a series. We know OKC in that building in Oklahoma City, it is hard to beat them. They play loud. They're loud. They're a fast team. They're energetic and they're deep.
I would say that's the most hostile arena right now in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I would say it is. I would say it is. Even, and it's sad when you got Madison Square Garden, New York Knicks fans, but the Pacers took the life out of that building. Like the Pacers, they took the life out of Madison Square Garden. I ain't never really see that happen since Reggie Miller days where somebody come in there and just silence the whole New York. And New York cats is loud. Them some loud niggas. So to make them quiet, you gotta really be doing a lot because they never really shut up. Like New Yorkers don't shut up ever. Like I know plenty of them, and they never shut up. So for New Yorkers to actually be quiet, you gotta really be doing something. So that's something that we're gonna have to look into also and see how that plays a factor on that side of things. I'm still, look. I picked Minnesota in 7. I still want them to win. It doesn't look like they're going to.
I'm gonna go on the limb and say they're gonna win tonight, and we gonna see where it goes from there. But I got Minnesota money line for me tonight.
Oh yeah, see TZ y'all. Those of y'all, TZ wants that money line. So if y'all trying to think about betting, y'all tap into TZ. Hit him up on IG. MT, I forgot what's your IG, Dave, but
MT_Day.
y'all hit him up or hit us up on sportstime_zone, and y'all can get at TZ for those betting tips as well. Shout out to Q the Beat in the building. Also, big salute H-Town in the house.
Money.
Now, you already know what it is when Q the Beat step up in the place. Now, we're going to shift a little bit back to the New York side of things because we was on New York for a minute. And I want to touch on this real quick, though. If for some reason the New York Knicks lose this series, meaning they have now lost this year, they lost in the playoffs last year, and they have not made it to the NBA Finals yet. Is Coach Tibbs?
It's like 2000.
They ain't been to the NBA Finals since, like 99. That was the last time they made it to the finals, and then they lost. So that was 19.
They don't have a championship in the history of their franchise.
They have one, and it was before I was born. So that's a long time ago. They got one. So with all that being said, if the New York Knicks lose this series, TZ, is Coach Tibbs on the hot seat? Are you queuing up the Deuces coach for Coach Tibbs? Will he make his way to the Deuces coach list?
Yes. If the Knicks lose this series, Tibbs is definitely getting the Deuces because it just doesn't make sense. You can't, and it's really only because of game one. They blew game one. That derailed. They took the momentum from the whole team. They couldn't even bounce back and win game two off that. After
but they did get game three. And it looked like they had a chance, but now look at game four as Q the Beat put the numbers up there for us. They ended up losing.
I won't put coaching on him for game four, but I will put him for game two because ain't no way you ain't bounce back and get that second win after blowing that game one lead. That's just not. I'm not going for that. So I would fire him off game one, and you playing the same team of last year, and I don't know if you're gonna get back. This is supposed to be get back. This is supposed to be get back from last year.
This is.
They might not get it.
They got rid of Julius Randle. They brought in Karl Anthony Towns, who's a top 3 center in the NBA. Then they went out and got Mikal Bridges after they begged and cried and pleaded for Mikal Bridges. They went and brought Mikal Bridges in there. So, and then OG Anunoby is back. So y'all got OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, who's a top 3 point guard in the East. And then you come back with Mikal Bridges and all that, and y'all boys still can't even get to the finals. Nah. In New York, yo, it's not going to make it, Coach Tibbs. I hate to say it.
You feel like if the Knicks lose, is Tibbs going to?
That says it all right there. That says it all. That's Q. That's Q's opinion right there. If the Knicks lose this series, TZ, they have moved hell and high water to get this roster the way that it looks right now. They made all of these moves that I just said that they made. They had one of the best records in the East. There was a number 2 seed, right? They're a 2 seed.
No, there was a 3 seed.
A 3. Okay, I'm sorry. A 3 seed. Cleveland was a 2, if I'm not mistaken. Or Cleveland was a 1. I don't know. But
Cleveland was Cleveland 1, Boston 2, Knicks
and the
3.
New York Knicks 3.
4 is the Pacers. 5 was Milwaukee, and 6 was Detroit.
So this is my point, though, TZ. Ain't no way in the world. How many times is Coach Tibbs going to be allowed to underachieve?
This is it, man. This is it for him, man. If he out of there, I don't see him getting a head coaching job for a minute unless somebody else get hired and he'd be assistant or maybe something like that. But I don't see him being no head coach.
That's what we was talking about when we was on the phone the other day. I was telling you, you was telling me the same thing. If Tibbs loses this New York job, I don't see a bunch of teams lining up for his services, especially being like they're looking at the track record of how he runs his players into the ground. They're looking at his tenure with the Chicago Bulls and what he did there. He couldn't get them boys past the Eastern Conference Finals. He comes to New York and he reloads with this dope team that they got. He can't get these boys past the conference finals. He got them to the conference finals, and they've only won one game in the conference finals. So yeah, you lose this game and F around and find out, Tibbs. Like, I wish nobody losing their job, but yo, I don't see you making out of this thing unscathed.
We're gonna have we got the pre-deuces up. We don't know if it's official yet, but we got the pre-deuces for Tibbs going on right now.
Oh yeah, no, you done have
you heard it first.
Before.
You heard it first.
You heard it here first. You predicted who was that who got fired last year? They didn't even get fired yet, but you had the deuces up for him, and then the very next day the coach got fired. I don't know if it was Monty Williams or if it was one of them cats. It was somebody. TZ predicted that they was getting fired.
TZ didn't put a lot of coaches on the deuces list, and a lot of it didn't came true.
A lot of them. Look at Tibbs. Sometimes when they be showing Tibbs on the sideline, he be looking like he got indigestion, dog. He be looking like he got indigestion. Like his stomach, like he be over there making faces, and he be looking like oh. Like
Tibbs be mad at the team, bro. Like, I be seeing, I be laughing at him all the time. He be mad as hell. He be on the side like, what are y'all shooting? He be mad as hell.
I bet his blood pressure high as hell. He probably got the highest blood pressure in the NBA, yo. Like he be looking like he's straight. Like I would hate to be. I feel for whoever is in his household. Like look at him. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Coach Tibbs right there. That's the coach for the New York Knicks. This is how he be looking on the sideline. That's his face. He either look like that or he'll look like, had this real uncomfortable look.
Yeah, I give it to Tibbs. As old as Tibbs, about 65, 66. As I give it to him, as much as he coached, I ain't never see him sit down on the bench for a second. Every game, he up the whole game. I ain't never seen him sit on the bench.
Yeah, no, Tibbs don't be on the bench. He's always up on his feet, but that says a lot. If he on his feet all the time, that ain't a good thing.
He never sit down. I never seen him sit down for a second.
That ain't a good thing. You up on your feet the whole time. That means something is not right. So we gonna see it play out. But I definitely think Coach Tibbs, he's coaching for his job in this game. This next game tomorrow.
Y'all put in the comments if y'all agree with us if Tibbs might get the deuces, man. Let's see.
We're gonna see about that. If he loses, I'm calling it. If he loses this game, I'm calling it. He ain't gonna make it through the summer. This is it. He might make it, until the summer, but he ain't gonna make it all the way through the summer. I think he might be out of there. So we'll see what happens with that. Now that's on Coach Tibbs' side of things. Now, last year in the playoffs, we were tracking the minutes of Jalen Brunson because we know that Coach Tibbs has a tendency to overplay his star players. And I think last year it was crazy. Brunson was playing something like 50 minutes a game. Like it was ridiculous how many minutes he was playing. Now fast forward to this season, Brunson playing a bunch of minutes again. So without further ado, I'm going to just step aside and I'm going to let my man TZ Dave give us a little update or a cap off on Jalen Brunson's minutes.
Hey, you just gonna leave me like that, though? Hey, Jalen Brunson, y'all heard it first. He has logged a lot of minutes over these last 2 years consecutively, back to back. Now, Jalen Brunson, cut third. Good player of the year this year. He deserved it, right? In this playoffs, he averaging 31 points per game, about 4 or 5 rebounds, 8 assists, shooting 33% from the 3-point line and 43% from the field goal. That's tough. I don't give that's tough. In the first series, you know what I'm saying, the Knicks played the Pistons. Knicks won that series 4-2, but of course, that series minutes on his log was crazy. For game 1 of that series, he played 40 minutes and 28 seconds. For game 2 of that series, he played 43 minutes and 39 seconds. Game 3 of that series,
Good Lord.
38 minutes and 42 seconds. Game 4 of the series, this is still the same series against first round, the quarterfinals against Detroit. Game 4, 38-48, 38-34 seconds. Game 5, 36 and 9 seconds. Game 6, 42 minutes and 16 seconds, right? Okay, that's just 6 games of that first round. Boom.
He's already that right there already. That's like he played like 5 hours worth of game time already.
We'll
like 5 hours.
That's just the first 6 of that series, which the Knicks won, prevailed. They beat Detroit 4-2. Boom. Moving along to the second round, the semis against the defending champs Boston Celtics. Game 1, 43 minutes, 31 seconds. Game 2, 37 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Game 3, 39 minutes, 40 seconds.
Okay.
Game 4, 40 minutes, 24 seconds for game 4. Game 5, this is the game you know what I'm saying? Since this game, I feel like Jalen Brunson's he's been in foul trouble lately since this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Boston. He's been averaging about 4 or 5 fouls these last games.
Okay.
Game 5 versus Boston, he had foul trouble. Eventually fouled out. He had 32 minutes and 50 seconds. Game 6, back at the Garden to close it out. It's 3-2. 34 minutes, 30 seconds. But that game ended up being a blowout. So he had, you know what I'm saying, he got to chill the last little quarter.
Yeah.
Right? Boom. Now, moving forward, they won that series 4-2 against Boston, like I said, to the Eastern Conference Finals now against the Pacers. Game 1, Brunson played 37 minutes, 33 seconds.
Okay.
Game 2, you know what I'm saying? This series is kind of, you see the numbers kind of go down a little bit.
You see them coming down a bit.
Little bit.
They're down from last year. They're down from last year.
Right. Because Tibbs, I guess, is listening and playing him, you know what I'm saying, giving him a breather. So that kind of takes his minutes down. Game 1.
Because he knows his job on the line. So that's
he said, let me give my superstar some rest. Game 1, Brunson had 37 minutes and 33 seconds. Game 2, 38 minutes, 58 seconds.
Good Lord.
Game 3, 30 minutes, 31 seconds. Game 4, 36 minutes, 48 seconds. And this is still to be continued because the series is still...
Oh, it's still going. It's still going. But what I'm hearing, though, how many... so what's that total? Give us the total minutes right now with all of that.
Right now, his total minutes for... Let me see. 6, 12... He played 16 games so far of the playoffs. His total minutes is 6843. 60,843 minutes.
Wait a minute. I don't remember how many minutes he played last year when you totaled him up, but it seems like he's playing less minutes this year than he did last year.
I think it's just slightly because he's been in foul trouble, so that kind of derails his minutes to go up even more.
Yeah,
last
the foul trouble. Foul trouble. But the numbers that you put up there.
Yes, this Pacers series, he's been averaging at least about 33 minutes a game. So that's not bad. So
it's not bad. And I think that.
Go ahead.
No, like what you were saying, I agree. I think that Brunson's minutes are coming down a lot because of the foul trouble, but also because Tibbs is trying to give his starter a little more rest than usual.
Right.
22 points.
He's at a total at 60,843.
How in the hell? Like that's
still a lot. 60,000 minutes? What?
How many? 60,000 minutes. How many hours is that? Like,
right? Like, I don't even know.
It's 24 hours in a day, so he's played like 3 days worth of minutes.
Man, got to, but that's 12, 24.
He played almost like
42.
2.5 days worth of minutes straight.
Yeah.
Like imagine playing basketball for 2 days.
4 days,
straight.
like 4 days and 4 days of minutes.
That's crazy.
And it's still pending because the series is still going on. So these numbers could go up.
But here's the thing. Jalen Brunson for the season averaged, and I appreciate that, Q. Leave this up for a minute. Jalen Brunson for the season, he averaged 26, 7 on 48% shooting. In this series, his numbers are down. Most people in the playoffs, their numbers go up because it's the playoffs. So if you average 26 in the playoffs, then 26 in the regular season, then you average like 30, 32 in the playoffs. Or you're supposed to up your average. He actually went down. Jalen Brunson's scoring average in this series is 22.3. He's averaging 22.3 points a game in this series, which is 4 points down from where he was in the regular season. That's definitely not a recipe for success. It's not. And after this series is over, Q to beat, this is what I expect to hear from New York Knicks fans. This.
I should be punished. Everyone I have stolen from my brother, Numsi. I'm sorry, Numsi.
I expect them to say it. I'm sorry, Numsi.
Everyone I have stolen from my brother, Numsi.
Y'all hold that L. All y'all New Yorkers hold that L, because I want to hear I want that same energy when y'all come back to the show after that. But Jalen Brunson, great player, top 3-point guard in the East.
I should be punished.
There you go.
Hey, so 60,000 minutes is equivalent to 41 days.
To Jalen Brunson when it's all said and done.
Say that again, Q. What is that?
60,000 minutes is equivalent to 41 days of straight hooping.
He averaging 41 days of hooping in 2 weeks.
Everyone I have stolen from my brother, Numsi. I'm sorry, Numsi. I should be punished.
Yo,
Jalen Brunson, man, this series not over, man. Keep your head up, man. You got time. Y'all need this game. Game 5, I think y'all gonna get it. Y'all just gotta keep moving after that. Game 6 gonna be tough. Back in Indy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one.
I think it's over with.
It is done, Q. I'm with Q.
Yeah, man.
I'm with Q. I think it's a wrap, yo.
Yeah, I tried to.
I don't see it, man.
Out, but it's over, man.
I got Knicks tomorrow, man. Y'all crazy.
All right, that's what's up. Shout out to Coco in the comments, yo. Better late than never. Better late than never. So shout out to you. Shout out to Kiana also in the comments. Also, shout out to all y'all. Better late than never. Hey, y'all came in towards the end of the show, but it's all good. Y'all still showed up, and that's all that matters. Make sure y'all like and share the video too, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all know sports fans. Make sure y'all share this with all of the sports fan peoples that y'all know. Keep that in mind. Now, also, before we wrap this, and I don't know, Q, I'm gonna let you dig a history player real quick. It don't matter who it is. I don't care who it is. Whoever you pick is fine with me. But I want to speak real quick to give our viewers the rundown on the show for those of them who don't know how we get down. For every single Wednesday night at this time, we do nothing but sports. It's all sports, and we break down all of the sports. Every Thursday, it's current event topics. So we're going to chop it up about everything that's going on in the world right now, or just the stuff that we find relevant in the world. And we'll talk about that. We got Yanima, the fairy plug mother, who's going to join us on Thursdays. On Saturdays, we have our underground artist spotlight. Any underground artists out there that want to get y'all music out there, that want to make some type of name for yourself, this is where you can come. Send us your music. I know TZ, I know you got a lot of boys up there in the deep that got some fire music. So maybe TZ Dave can bring some of his people on, and we can review.
Man, why be better, man?
He's an NBA young boy. He on that NBA. I don't know nothing about your generation of music, but I'm learning. But yo, those of y'all in the comments, yeah, make sure y'all lock in. If y'all not about sports, then tune in on Thursday night, which is tomorrow night. And then we have topics that will be more so fitting for what you're looking for. So if you're looking for sports, we here on Wednesday night. If you're looking for non-sports topics, which y'all still want to see, yours truly, Playoff Noomsy, alongside my co-host TZ Dave.
Yes, sir.
Y'all still want to see us, and my producer Q the Beat. Y'all can see us here on Thursday nights. Wednesday sports, Thursdays non-sports, and then Saturday is underground music. Shout out to Duce. Shout out to Smith the Kid. Shout out to Young N. These are some artists that we had and we showcased right here on the show. I'm waiting for Lil Duce to come back here because he's going to debut a video right here on the show. So we're going to have Duce coming right back at y'all. So y'all lay around for that. And we can't wait to have him back on here again. Duce, if you're watching, don't forget about us here. We waiting for you to come back to the show. So make sure you do that. Now, this is my favorite part of the show. This is the part of the show where we show homage and we pay respect to some of the all-time greats that have come before us. Some of the athletes that a lot of you YNs ain't been able to see. And some of us old heads did get to see, but we forgot just how dope they were. I don't even know who this week's history player is because Q the Beat is just going to surprise us with something and hit us across the head with somebody. And I don't know, I just put Q on the spot. He didn't even know he was coming up with the history play. We put him on the spot. So TZ, let's just kick back and let's see who Q the Beat has for our history player of the week.
Chris Paul.
For your history player
Tracy
of the
McGrady.
week, you know, I like to make it somebody that, you know, we kind of forget about. And they may
Baron
not have been the best player, but they was pretty good. I think we already did most of those, but today history player of the week is none other
Steve Nash.
than
Let's see
Andre Miller.
Andre Miller.
Andre Miller was great, man. He was a good player,
I
bro.
remember Andre Miller.
Andre Miller, yeah, he was.
He dropped 52 in this game.
Yo,
he had a great mid-range
package.
What?
And he could pass too.
Look at the size of him for a point guard. He was what, 6'4"?
Yeah, I believe so. 6'4", 6'5".
6'4", 6'5", like for a point guard like that, he has some size to him. Bodyguard is what they call him.
Yeah,
who was that? Jason Kidd?
Yeah. Oh, Jason Kidd. You know, he was backing down point guards.
Fade away on Jason Kidd. That's what I'm talking about. Walking the ball up the court. And ladies and gentlemen, Andre Miller, he was an all-star too. He was an all-star point guard. He made the all-star team. I think he played for Cleveland first before he went to Portland.
Yeah, and I believe he played for Denver too. Yeah,
Denver. Yep, he played for Denver too. Good call, TZ.
That's where I remember from Denver.
Yeah, played for quite a few teams, but he was man, that mid range, he had the game, man.
He did. He had good game, man. This is from like the 90s, man. I tell you, yo, or is this like early 2000s, late 90s?
It's like 2000s team with Dirk, Jason Terry. I think they
like
won.
Okay, so this is yeah. So it's not that far back, but still far back enough to show respect to Andre Miller, man. I forgot how good he was, yo. Like I really did forget how great he was.
Andre Miller
he really was a pass first point guard, but he could score right out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But when he got in his bag though to score, man, he can score. He could score, man. He wasn't the best 3-point shooter, but the mid range was cold.
That mid range was tough over Jason Kidd. Yeah, Andre Miller, y'all. Like for those of y'all who did not get to see Andre Miller play, here you go. Y'all might want to Google him
on 22 field goals. So y'all definitely check
52. Ooh, that was on Jason Terry. And these are all good defenders.
He would play out the post a lot, like especially for a smaller guard. He posted up.
He did. Yeah. He did, TZ. He would back him down. He would back you down in a minute. He didn't do too much backing down in this game. Ooh,
right there, he's backing down. Fade away midi right there.
Hey, that was nasty.
He's strong though. He's strong. He definitely was a lot stronger than he looked.
That's that power dribble. Left hand went up with the left. Yeah. Yo, shout out to Andre Miller, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all didn't get to see him. That's it, man. That was a real good one. Salute to Q to beat on that one. That was a really, really, really good one. So now that we've done that, now we have come to our final segment of the show. This is the last 2 minutes. For those of y'all who've never joined us for this segment before, this is the 2-minute turn up. We all go around and just spend our last little 2 minutes with our parting words and whatever's on our mind. So as I always do, I'm going to start this thing off with my 2-minute turn up. And I got a couple of things. I want to send a shout out and a happy birthday shout out to two of my favorite all-time hip hop artists. And it just so happens that they share a birthday. And I had no idea that these two hip hop artists shared a birthday. But salute to my man Jadakiss from Yonkers, New York, part of D Block. Yeah, the Locks, stand up. And also, shout out to Andre 3000, Andre Benjamin, ATL Georgia, Outkast. Them boys was born on the same day. And it's fitting because they both got bars for days. Two of the best artists, they both are in my top 10 all-time artists. Both of them are in my top 10 all-time hip-hop artists. So shout out to them. Also, little quick message for those of y'all, you know, I always like to inspire y'all and give y'all inspiration. And like I was saying on my morning walk with Noomsy this morning, y'all got to start looking at things in a more positive way. For those of y'all who get rejected by a job or somebody or a person or a thing or a place, if you ever go through rejection, don't look at that as you being rejected as a bad thing. That rejection is God's way of redirecting you towards the right path. You might think that this is the path that you want. You might think that this is the person that you want to be with. You might think that this is the job that you want. But when the door gets closed on you, that means another door is opening somewhere else. So even though you wanted it to work out, it didn't. So look at that as a gift and a blessing from God above for redirecting you somewhere else. Also, abandonment. People going through a lot right now feeling like they've been abandoned. If you feel like you've been abandoned by somebody that you put your faith in, or you've been abandoned by a situation that you thought was going to always be there, but it's not, don't look at that as a bad thing. Look at that as God is also liberating you. He's freeing you of this crutch so that you can see your own potential, so that you can see how dope you are as a person and how you don't need whoever or whatever abandon you. You can do this on your own. You can make it on your own 2 feet, and you don't have to be beholden to nobody. So remember, Ami said that abandonment and rejection are good things. It's God's way of redirecting and liberating you. That's all I got. TZ, What you got?
For my 2-minute turn up, let's do it, Ant. Let's get this win tomorrow. Tonight. Get this win tonight, man. Take it from there, man. I still believe in you. I think you're ready. You still got it. Roland Garros, French Open is now live. This is the second day. It's been going on for the last 24 hours. But for my tennis fans out there, Roland Garros is back, French Open. So go tap in, man. See some tennis. And last but not least, CC, my baby CC, I give you all my prayers. You know what I'm saying? You'll be back in the next week or so. But she just hurt right now. But yeah, go show CC some love. Caitlin Clark, the NBA season back. So yeah.
All right, that's what's up. All right, Q to B, my brother, take us home.
Well, as y'all know, basketball season is winding down, and us Lakers fans have divided into 3 groups now. We are now a Lakers fan, which is me. Then we have LeBron fans, which is not me. And we have Luka fans, which is not me also. So we got a bunch of people, coming and riding along with the Lakers. And, it's an awkward feeling to be. I'm pretty sure Noomsy know because, LeBron then jump ship to your team.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just glad when LeBron retires and this Luka train is over. I was looking forward to having like a new, brighter superstar, maybe something to build. I was looking forward to having a bunch of down years, not barely win playoff years. But, hey, it is what it is. Football season is around the corner. And, our Chiefs looking good, TZ. I've been watching them in the mini camps. Look like we have probably found a couple issues solved in the line. We got some speed at receivers. I mean, we got running back. So we looking forward to starting the 3rd phase of the dynasty. So let's get it with a bunch of new players, new look offense. Patrick Mahomes and cut the hair. I mean, hey, I'm ready for some football.
I can't wait too, man.
Look, I wish it was right around the corner, but we got 3 whole months of no sports. We got baseball. If y'all like baseball, then that's all you got.
And we will be back with closing moments. We will go back and react.
Tell them,
we will go back and react to some of the most epic sports moments, endings in the last decade with every sport. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them is going to be from this playoff series right here. We got some closing moments right here from these playoff series. Yo, hey, TZ, look what Cousin Noomsy say in the comments.
Yeah, see, he believe. Shout out to New York Times, Cousin Noomsy. Yeah, tell him, Cousin Noomsy, you right.
Why?
I believe it too. Let's do it. Yeah.
She said she ride to the end.
I feel
yes, I agree with you so much, Cousin Noomsy.
Hey,
It's over though.
So yeah, we got 3 months coming up of caking season. I call it caking season because y'all boys get y'all cake on with your ladies because there ain't gonna be no sports. Y'all gonna load up your Fire Stick, find all the movies that y'all can find on that Fire Stick, get them ready. Y'all gonna binge watch whatever series is that y'all want to binge watch. Y'all make sure y'all get ready for that and vacation. Go out, hit the beach,
outside.
Go out places. Do all of that. This is the time for you ladies. Y'all gonna shine these next 3 months.
Y'all get on that court.
Yeah, go get that. Get some cardio in.
Yeah.
Get some cardio. Y'all stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? Just because ain't no sports gonna be on for 3 months, y'all can still get out there and get in shape. Y'all do y'all morning walk, just like Noomsy do his morning walks. But still, show love to y'all ladies because they had to put up with us for a whole, since football season started, all the way to now, they had to deal with us watching the game, being away and all of that stuff. So y'all make sure y'all give y'all ladies some attention during caking season. Cake season starts as soon as the NBA playoffs is over, and it goes all the way till week 1 of the NFL football season. So that's 3 months, 3 whole months. So shout out to everybody in the comments. Also, remember, tomorrow we will be doing our Out of Bounds show with Yanni Ma, the Fairy Plug Mother. She will be back. We got some really, really juicy topics that we're going to get into. So y'all make sure y'all show love and come and show us. And then artists, Saturday, make sure y'all get us y'all music. So do that as well. August is around the corner, Cousin Numsi. But that's all we got today. I am Playoff Numsi. For my co-host TZ Dave and my producer Q the Beat, we are saying peace and love, and we will holler at y'all on the flip side. TZ Dave, one more time, tell them what to do.
Get y'all in a minute.
Peace.
Peace out.